called Den Frie, which means Den Frie. And it's a very old institution, but always about contemporary art. Our institution is as old as it was founded in 1891 by a group of Danish artists, some of the most prominent Danish names in art, I guess, Wilhelm Hammershøi and Johan Ferdinand Wilhelmsen and such. They founded this institution as, a counteraction against the monopoly of Charlottenburg, the Art Academy exhibitions. They thought it was too narrow-minded. So they wanted to make an exhibition where the art was meant to be free, where the newest, trends in art could have its place of its own, and where artists themselves actually curated and stood for setting the agenda in Danish art. So that's.
They were refused from the Charlottenburg.
They were refused from the Charlottenburg. Yes, it was made with inspiration from Salon des Refusés in Paris. So it's like they weren't the rejected from Charlottenburg's exhibitions, but they were the ones who saw that there was something wrong with this monopoly on Danish art. So they made this institution for. Yeah.
So it was a protest, or?
It was a protest in a way. It was a protest against the monopoly of the art professors. They wanted this, the old academic sort of art, where the nationalistic way of painting was the way to make art. But these artists were more. Johan Ferdinand Wilhelmsen was very, focused on what's the new and what's inspired what was happening in France at the time, the modernist movement and such. So
you are the reincarnation of this now, still, or?
Yeah,
Is it still a protest? This spirit is still.
Today, it's not as much as protest. It's more actually the artists who form the association, the For You Udstilling. They are actually some of the most established artists in Denmark. So it's not the refused artists anymore. Quite the contrary, actually. Some of the artists represented here are. Represented at the National Gallery and such, and also at MoMA in New York, the biggest art institution in the world. So what used to be for the rejects is now actually for the ones who are really established.
So very soon you would receive a proposal from rejected artists of today to take over the space.
Yeah, but the institution here actually is all about the artists. So the institution itself, the For You Udstilling, this institution is separate from the artists. Den Frie Udstilling. It's owned and managed by artists, but the house is for all to. If they want to make an exhibition, they can apply, and maybe they'll get in here if they have something they want to curate themselves.
Or if they feel refused.
Oh, if they feel refused, yeah. This room for the artists themselves. We also have exhibitions like the Artists' Autumn Exhibition, which is an open call exhibition for everyone who wants to get their art value. They want to see if their art can make it into an institution like ours.
But it's not a fake, let's say, communication to keep on connecting that with the Refusés, Salon des Refusés, when it's a lodge or it's like a golf club or
you can say
Rotary club. Or,
I can see what you mean. It's not for the ones who rejected from the art scene anymore. No, I don't think it's
Why don't you call it the VIP show or the?
I guess it's part of what we call it now. Actually,
yes.
when we
communicate
our.
But there was also a communication in the press release, at least, that you are inviting for this year for New Blood and
but that's
new,
for the
new inputs and.
That's for the artist exhibition, the artist what do you call it, association itself.
Because that's what we are talking about.
Yeah, the Artists Association want to rejuvenate themselves, but they mainly seek out already established artists now. Because I guess it's because of the standard of the exhibition. They want to maintain a certain level, and they want to display and show their embrace the newcomers to the contemporary art scene. But you can say they won't go out and find some unknown artist to invite them
But
to be a
let me
part.
just understand, like, I mean, refused means unknown, or
No.
because you're talking about like the level of the art, meaning that it's if it's refused, meaning that it's not good enough level. Because I guess when they established the place as a rejection to the Charlottenburg, I'm sure they saw themselves as very good artists also.
Yeah.
As, on a high level.
Yeah, sure they did.
So-
And also maybe you could say that the reason why it was founded back then, and also in part why it still functions, is that they see something that artists value as good. They thought that artists should be the ones defining what is good art. And that is part of what is still going on among the members of the Free Exhibition. Because they themselves see them as people who can value from each other in the exhibition, and by highlighting new members, rejuvenating their association all the time, they can be in touch with what is the latest and the newest. But I guess it's also about the cultural landscape, because back in the 1890s, it was a much more narrow way to get, maybe to get exhibited in a real art institution. But today there's a lot more branched out institutions, and maybe we are today. This place is maybe more of like a museum than what you could call an artist-driven gallery. It resembles more the institution than that.
So do you ever question the category free or Den Frie? I mean, within the institution?
Yeah, we do actually. You can say that we view ourselves, the institution itself views itself as an art hall, as a place where, as a house without an exhibition, but always sort of showing what is new in close contact with the artist. But the question of being free, that's a bit of a narrow path walking from our point of view. So I guess we could question it, but it's also, you can say it's like a big dragging a big elephant behind us, because it's this history of being for the rejectees.
So it's for the promotion. It's a brand.
It's a brand, yeah, you can say that. But I do think and consider the Free Exhibition, the artists of the Free Exhibition, to be still free. The exhibitions shown here and are not in the hands of, not necessarily in the hands of curators. They don't need to fit into some sort of role or theme put down by maybe the museums have. They have demands of being for a large demographic, or they have to be about the cultural legacy of Danish history or something. We here at the Frie Udstillingsbygning don't have that problem. The exhibitions are free to be what they are. They are free to display art for the purpose of art.